What's going on, guys? My name is RagingRaptor and welcome you to a new World of Tanks preview video. And today we have this weird looking thing right here. And as you probably already seen from the title, we are going to have a look at the new and upcoming Berlin map, which we got some Supertest news from. Just to remind you, this one right here is the old one. Like, this is the one of the older iterations. I'm not entirely sure when exactly. We can have a look at that in just a second. But you can see this is your ugly duckling some time ago. Probably only there for playtesting and see how those assets work out and how it could work out. But yeah, it's an ugly duckling. It's really not looking good. And this was released back in August, the 6th of August. So this here is now the new and improved Berlin map. Like, my goodness gracious, it looks absolutely fantastic in my opinion. It looks much, much better than what you would have expected from the previous pictures. It looks interesting nevertheless. Like, if you just look at this right here and compare it with this one right here, yeah, those are the same pictures. That's admirable. The map slightly reminds me of the what's it called? The World War I map a little bit. It kind of has a little bit of a feeling of that, but I'm not entirely sure if this is really the case. But nevertheless, this is now Berlin. This is your map we're going to have. And let's just quickly go back to the mini-map we have right here, as in my opinion, it is probably the most important thing we have. And you can see it is apparently very interesting where the people spawn. The people spawn over here and over here, while the bases are here and here. If I ask, and apparently this is a 1000 by 1000 meter map, so it's the biggest map in the normal map pool. So that is interesting as well. And you can see between the two bases, there is a lot of empty space. We're going to look at that in just a second again. And it looks interesting anyway. However, I do have a little bit of my issues with the map because obviously it's a city map, and lately I think we do have a lot of city maps, and I know how a lot of people hate Ensk. However, Ensk, the issue with Ensk is obviously it's just a 500 by 500 map, so it's incredibly small, while this should be a 1000 by 1000 map. So I'd say let's just go straight into those pictures again and have a look while comparing it to the minimap we have right there. So this most likely is around the first base spawn. As you can see, we have here the bridge we're going to have a look at in just a second, which should be up here around. And this quadrant of the minimap, I sadly cannot go with the mouse over the quadrant because it's in the recording anyway. And you can see that here is also one of the bridges, which is in the upper corner over here. So going now, this is probably the most important, most interesting thing in my opinion, because it shows everything we want to see. We were around back here in the first pictures, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like, at least, because we can see this bridge over here. We can see one bridge over here. So my guess is we were around here somewhere. But here you can see here's base 1. And around here you can faintly see it is base 2. If I am not mistaken. Interestingly enough, in base 2 you can see that there is a quite deep trench you could theoretically hide in as either a defender or an attacker if you're trying to capture. And as you can see, both maps do have those huge buildings in the middle trying to help you have some cover while you are going at the enemy base. You can also see that this part in the middle is also pretty big-ish. Actually, if this is really a 1000 by 1000 map, it kind of looks small when we just compare the two bases. Sure, they're close together, but not entirely sure if this is actually correct or not. But yeah, there is this thing in the base, so you could in theory use that as a scout when you are coming from the base. You go all the way down here, or maybe try to get into the bush over here to try to spot the people which are over there. Might be a lot of riskiness involved, but it looks very interesting, and most likely the heavies will just brawl over here where we can have a look at in a second, where the bridge has also some hard cover, and obviously in this city part. So let's move on to the next part. Now we can see this part over here, so we're most likely standing over here no, never mind, we are around here somewhere as we are looking at this flank over here. So probably we are standing around here, maybe, actually it might even be this car over here if I'm not mistaken. This is, maybe, it's around back here it looks like. It looks like we're back here, and we're looking over the map, and you can see it's very hilly. It has some foliage, but not that much. So sure, you can stand back here, or rather back here as a TD, but you will most likely not have enough, how should we say, foliage to be properly used. Then here we are finally having the Brandenburg Tor. We are looking at the, is it the Reichstag? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, here we have another little bit of thingies. It looks somewhat interesting, but most of those things look like they are not hardcover. Like those cars, they're destructible. This thing over here might be not destructible, and those things over here might not be destructible. So we have some cover, but it doesn't really look like as much of a cover. So especially when there is artillery involved, you will have your issues. So here we were, in a second, we were on a train line, which is most likely around here. It's kind of hard to guess where exactly the train line is. We can also have a quick look back again at the minimap, if we can have some clue where the train track is. My guess is around back here or up here. It looks like it's up here. But again, it's kind of hard for me to judge from just that. Yeah, it has to be in the upper corner over here of the minimap. If you go down with my mouse, you can obviously not see it. But now we are looking from around spawn 1 onto base 1, where you can see the tiny flag over there and some train cards. It doesn't really look like you can do much with this bridge over here. Actually, you can maybe drive up here and you get some soft cover, but that's about it. Here we are now looking from the middle of the map, from this bunker section. You can see there is a decent chunk of hull down cover. It's very, very big, but I don't think that most people will ever go there. Now, finally, it looks like we are we behind the Reichstag? I don't think so. No, the Reichstag had this trenches. This is the other side. And, well, you can see we have some hard cover. And here we have a look at the... at the waterfront. Over here should be the bridge, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there is the bridge, which leads to the spawn point 1, green one. Should probably say the green one, otherwise you don't understand what I'm talking about. And here, once again, we are looking at the thingy. Here we have the Brandenburg Tor. We are looking, again, my guess is it's the Reichstag, onto the field from here on out. It's pretty okay. Like, overall, it doesn't look too bad, and apparently we don't have any more pictures. I thought we had one more of the... There we go. Yeah, we actually had some more, because I'm just stupid. That's the issue. Now, here we are looking from green spawn, most likely, into the whole map, and I'm still kind of fondled that this should be a 1000 by 1000 map. Might be something small, I'm not entirely sure. I asked, but they said it should be 1000 by 1000. But yeah, here you can see this bridge we just had a glimpse before. Here we had the bridge with the Flak 88 up here. And this is roughly where you are going to spawn as the green spawn. So you have the ability to go over to the bridge. You should be quickly into the cover of the city. And you should also get over here. Would be interesting to know if you should be able to spot from here over here as a scout and do like an early spot run. So as you can see, there is enough space that you should be able to look over to where those people are and be relatively safe. So for example, a T100LT, that bad boy may or may not have a very decent time on spotting over here. And as you can see right now, if we look at the bridge, most likely if you're, for example, standing over here or try to peek here, you have shots onto, for example, this position with the rail car or with the broken cable cars or trams. But those trams will be used as hard cover, so they are indestructible most likely. So they will protect you somewhat, but as soon as you're getting flanked from here, it is over if you're on this bridge. So keep that in mind. Also, I do think that Wargaming decided to make those walls non-passable, so you won't be able to pass through them and drown yourself, which is a good thing. We don't need more drowning artilleries. And in general, if you have some stupid ally which is trying to push you down, I do not hope that this will be a thing. But it looks like there is this street down here, so you can go around down here, but it won't really help you in my opinion, because what should you do down here? You can't really shoot up. You can probably try to shoot over, but it doesn't really look interesting in my opinion. Again, you can see from here, you can go down here, go around here, go up here again, but there is not really any use to go down here in my opinion. Maybe to be quicker to get a spot over there, but I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure what I should think about it. Anyway, closing up the minimap or the map preview in general, it looks interesting, but then again, it is a map preview, so I can't really tell how it's going to play. I'm a little bit sad that this will probably be a very big and open dead zone, where, for example, TDs camp here or here, and you can't really traverse around here, and it will be a very heavy focus map in general. But it is very hard to judge. I look forward to try and test this map once it goes out onto the test server, not sandbox, because it looks ready to me. Like, just push it on the test server. Maybe it's coming even. Like, maybe it actually be coming in the next iteration, who knows, of the test server, because it looks very finished in my opinion. So why not wargaming? Just do it. Just do it. But what do you think about this map? And I hope you enjoyed it, even though I couldn't really use the map over here. But it still tried to tell you where exactly we are right now and what exactly we are looking at. But yeah. Excuse me. This was the preview. My name is Tiredraptor. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great evening. Cheers, guys. Or day. Or morning, depending when you're watching this video. And I should just say have a good day, because I'm an idiot.